Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Carolina Disco Turkey Baseball here on YouTube. I'm Justin Zimmer here with you. As tonight, the Carolina Disco Turkeys get ready to take on the High-Point Thomasville Locos in their second matchup of the summer. And they're going to have a couple matchups with the Locos down in this final stretch. Carolina and the Locos, they faced off back earlier this summer, back at Fort Bush High School, back on July the 1st. And the Disco Turkeys on that night were kind of High School's field, and they took on a Locos team, which is kind of a mix of High Toms, Monarchs, and their own separate ball club themselves. So it was their first meeting of the summer, and it was a night where for Carolina, if you just go back to it, at least in the grand scheme of things, it was a big night for the Disco Turkeys. They, trying to get going here for a busy month of July. That was the first game of the month. They had a day that was the final game heading into the two-day off stretch, and Carolina defeated lost the Locos by a final score of 12-7. Last night, however, on the other hand, for the Disco Turkeys, it was a great night. Carolina defeated the Carolina Vipers 17-14, recorded the first grand slam in franchise history as well. So that was a night that the Disco Turkeys a night ago, franchise big night for the team, and now tonight, they get back to work against the High-Point Thomasville Locos. And it's a night where, if you're the Disco Turkeys, again, this tonight it's going to be a 7-inning ball game, so a lot shorter. So pitching staff-wise, will not have to use as many arms. Again, that's a benefit. You're heading in the final stretch now towards Johnstown, and you don't want to burn every arm up. You actually want to keep your arms kind of fresh and try to manage the days off here, because you have one day off tomorrow and then one day off again on Sunday, and then that's it for the summer with regards to days off barring any inclement weather. You want to keep everybody healthy and everybody ready to go play some baseball. So the Disco Turkeys getting ready to go to work as the lineups are being introduced here at Finch Field. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have first pitch of the Disco Turkeys and the Locos right here on YouTube. And we welcome you to Carolina Disco Turkey Baseball here on YouTube. We're about a minute away from first pitch. We'll give you the starting lineup for your Carolina Disco Turkeys after the win last night. Different lineup, different look. Miggy Echezaretto, he's going to lead off. He's at shortstop. Dion Tubbs batting second out in center field. Pierman Breckbuell batting third. He's out in right. Cam Lee making his first start of the summer at first base. He's batting fourth. Jonathan Barham, the catcher, batting fifth. Christian Azell batting sixth out in left field. Max Gustafson at third base, batting seventh. Aiden McAllister, the designated hitter, batting eighth. Bentley Yates batting ninth at second base. And Garrett Leftwich is the pitcher for your Carolina Disco Turkeys. And they're going to take on Luke Elmore. He will be the starting pitcher tonight for the High-Point Thomasville Locos. So a lot of Disco Turkey members of the Disco Turkey Nation have made their way out to the ballpark tonight here in Thomasville, hoping to see Carolina pick up their fourth win in a row, as they've won the past 3 ball games against the Vipers, the Sharks, and the Greensboro Monarchs. So 3-game winning streak for Carolina, and tonight they hope to add number 4 heading into the day off on Wednesday. So as Echezaretto gets ready, A.J. Lewis will make his way over to first base, into the first base coaching box. Scott Kirby in his traditional spot over by the third base box. So Elmore gets his final tosses in. Believe he's wearing number 24, 27, one of the two. See when he turns around. Yep, it's number 24. For Elmore there. And that will bring in Miggy Echezaretto. Steps into the batter's box. So Echezaretto announced to the crowd. And get ready, sit back and enjoy this one. As Elmore sets. And he winds up the first pitch. That will be down low ball 1, and we're underway at 6:01 p.m. As Echezaretto gets ready. 1-0 count. The pitch from Elmore. That's in for a strike. And now the count's at 1 ball, 1 strike in the early part of this ball game. Echezaretto comes in tonight hitting .250 on the summer. No home runs, 2 RBIs. That one will be in for a strike. Echezaretto, though, moved out of the box a little bit. So now the count's at 1-2. Again, 3:30 here in the corners at Finch Field. 3:50 out in left center by that big scoreboard. Echezaretto's going to pop one out. And that's going to be foul by the picnic pavilion over on the third base side. So count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Carolina going with 9 hitters again tonight, as their opponent goes for the second night in a row. At least the Vipers went with 10 hitters in their batting order. The Locos will do the same, 10 hitters. That pitch outside, that's going to be ball 2. 2-2 count. 365 out in right center, so a little more distance on the right side of this ballpark. A little bit of a old Minute Maid Park hill that goes from out middle of right center all the way out to left field, and that will be a swing and a miss. And that's going to be the first out. That's going to bring in Dion Tubbs, Tubbs, 267 on the summer. Steps into the batter's box tonight for his first plate appearance. Tubbs, no homers, 9 RBIs. So he'll get in, set, greet the umpire. As Elmore readies the pitch. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike one, 0-1 count. Manager of the Locos going to have his outfield shift to the right. So there's a nice large gap out in left field for Tubbs to hit if he goes opposite field. That one's going to go right over to first base off the hard grounder to Leonard, and that's going to be the second out of the top of the first inning. Set the Locos for you defensively. Southern out in left field, Jordan out in center, Lancaster in right, Wade at third base, Adams at short, Matt Don at second, Leonard at first, Amaro doing the catch, and then you've already heard Elmore. Elmore is the pitcher tonight. And that's going to bring in Pierman Breckbuell, the Wake Forest product. Comes into this ball game. He had a lot of home runs here. His first time we were over here, his two homers of the summer came at this ballpark. That pitch is outside, ball one. 1-0 count. Breckbuell, 311. The 2 homers from here at Finch Field, and then the 11 RBIs. So 0-2 count actually for Tubbs. And that one will be in for a strikeout, and that will be the second out. Took a while, but now we're there. Second out is apparently that ball was worth that. Now that brings in the home run hitter from our first time here at Finch Field, Pierman Breckbuell. That was back in June 16th, when he had the multi-home run game against the Monarchs. Multiple disco turkeys went long that night. As first pitch into Breckbuell will be a foul ball, 0-1 count. So no balls, 1 strike. And the pitch, outside, ball 1. 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Breckbuell, as he will get back in the box. Put his foot on the back rubber. The pitch, that one will be popped up. And that's going to be caught there by Avery Adams out at shortstop. And that's going to be the third out of the top of the first inning. So for Carolina, no runs, no hits, no errors. The Disco Turkeys leave no one on the base paths. The Disco Turkey defense on the field next. We come back right here on YouTube. And welcome back to Carolina Disco Turkey Baseball here on YouTube. Getting ready to start the bottom half of the first inning. Pitcher on the mound for the Carolina Disco Turkeys tonight. It's number 15, Garrett Leftwich. Give you Leftwich's line heading into this appearance on the summer. 7 games played, 1 start, 9.1 innings pitched. 10 hits, 10 runs, 711 walks, 13 strikeouts. And the first batter that he's going to see on the night will be Avery Adams, the shortstop for the Locos, and that will be in for strike one, 0-1 count. Give you the rest of the batting order for the Locos tonight. After Adams, it's Nick Macdon, the second baseman. Christian Amaro behind the plate at catcher batting third. Anthony Hauser, the designated hitter, as Leftwich will wind up kick and deal. That pitch will be down low for a ball. 1-1 count. Kevin Greenwood is the extra hitter batting fifth. Nick Leonard batting sixth over at first base. Chase Ward batting seventh at third base. And that will be a swing and a miss. That will make the count now 1-2. As he steps out, give you the rest of the batting order. Josh Jordan batting eighth. He's the center fielder. Batting ninth. And then Christian Lancaster batting 10th. Rounds out the order in right field. The pitch will be down low. That's going to be ball 2. 2-2 count. So 2 balls and 2 strikes for Avery Adams. As Leftwich readies. The windup, the kick and the deal, the pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and that's going to be out number 1. And that's going to bring up Nick Macdon. So Carolina already won out in this bottom half of the first inning. Set the Disco Turkeys for you defensively. Starts out with Christian Azell out in left field, Dion Tubbs in center, Pierman Breckbuell in right, Max Gustafson at third, Mickey Echezarreta at short, Bentley Yates at second, and Cameron Lee at first base. Jonathan Barham behind the plate. First pitch to Macdon is outside, ball 1, 1-0 count. So those are the Carolina Disco Turkeys for you defensively. That's a 1-0. And the pitch. That's in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1-1 count. And that one will be popped up, foul. Counts out 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. To Macdon, that was over by the batting cages along the first base side. The pitch from Leftwich. High fly ball. Going to force Tubbs back. And Tubbs will grab that one right before the track. Will run up to the wall. And that's going to be the second out here in the bottom half of the first inning. So 2 outs. Brings up Christian Amaro. So he comes in. So far, both pitchers making quick work of each lineup. At least for the first 2 batters for Leftwich, and then Elmore for the Locos. Quick work. Just try to get out of the inning and then let your offense go to work early on. Again, 7-inning ball game, so runs will be at a premium tonight. First pitch outside. That's going to be ball 1. 1-0 count. And the pitch. That's in for a strike. That will be 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. As Amaro steps back into the batter's box. The pitch outside. That's going to be ball 2. 2-1 count. As Leftwich readies. Hard grounder. Right over to Bentley Yates at second. To Lee at first. And that's going to be the third out of the bottom half of the first inning. So both sides go down 1-2-3. The Disco Turkey offense back up next. Right here on YouTube. Top of the second inning here from Finch Field. Cameron Lee makes his way into the batter's box. The team leader in home runs. And what we've seen from the first two meetings here, when Carolina has made their way out to Finch Field, they like to hit the long ball at this ballpark. So, if you're a Disco Turkey, this could be a big night for you to get some home runs, catch up to Lee, and if you're Cameron Lee, maybe expand your home run lead. Already has 8 on the summer. First pitch outside. That's going to be ball 1. 1-0 count. That one's in for a strike. 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Hard grounder. Going to be dropped there by Wade. Wade over to first. And lead with his speed. He'll get it for an infield single. And that's going to be the first hit of the night for either side. And brings up Jonathan Barham. And the pitch. Outside, ball 1. 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes. Going to check on Lee over at first base. He'll get back in safely on the attempted pickoff. So count remains at 0-1. Actually, ball 1, no count. The pitch down low. That's going to be ball 2. Joe count. So Barham checks, swings, gets ready. The next pitch from Elmore. That's going to be up high. That's going to be ball 3. 3-0 count. So, Scott Kirby giving his hitter some encouraging words. Over in the third base box. That pitch, that's in for a strike. Count now at 3-1. The pitch. Line drive, and that's going to go over the head of MacDon at second. Jonathan Barham will get a single right there now. Carolina's going to have runners on the corners with no outs here in the top half of the second inning. And that will bring up Christian Ezell. Zell out in left field tonight. Played catcher last night in the win against the Carolina Vipers. Zell 241 on the summer. And the pitch. Outside. Ball 1. 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Line drive, that's going to drop. Lee comes around and scores, and Carolina's up 1-0. And that ball will bounce off the dugout, so then off a thrown error by Southern. Runners advance up to second and third, and Carolina, they're in business early tonight. And that'll bring up Max Gustafson. 173 on the summer. With now runners on second and third, and so the Disco Turkeys looking to do business early. First pitch outside. That's going to be ball 1. 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes. Again, we apologize if the stream frees up. It's 1-0. Carolina, 1-1 count. And again, we apologize. I don't know why it created two videos tonight. That's kind of odd. It never really does that. And the pitch into Gustafson. That's going to be a strike. 1-2. Carolina up 1-0 here in the top half of the second inning. Max Gustafson up on the plate. And outside, that's going to go off the plate, past the Morrow, and that's going to be another run for the Disco Turkeys. And now it's 2-0 off the wild pitch. Ezell over to third. And Carolina ready to strike again with a runner 90 feet away with no outs. And that one will be popped up and foul. 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here in the top half of the second inning, no outs so far. Izell over on third base, so Carolina can still strike. And that's going to be a hard grounder. Goes right to Elmore. Izell does not move. And that's going to be out number 1. We'll bring up Ada McAllister. And you got to give Elmore credit. Checked on Izell over at third before he threw it over to first. Make sure he wasn't going to move. And Izell, smart base running, knew to go back. So now it's Carolina 2-0 here in the top half of the second inning. Pitch from Elmore. That's in for a strike. 0-1 count. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And that's going to be strike 2, 0-2 count. So no balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be the second out of the top of the second. Now bring up Bentley Yates. Carolina still has Izell over on first base. And the pitch. That's outside. That's going to be ball 1. 1-0 count. The pitch. In for a strike, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one's foul, 1-2. So a ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. And that will be a strikeout right there, and that will end the top half of the second inning. But Carolina strikes first on 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error. And the Disco Turkeys leave 1 on the base paths. More Disco Turkey Baseball coming up next, right here on YouTube. Bottom of the second, getting ready to start. Carolina up 2-0 after a very productive second inning for the Disco Turkeys in their half. And Anthony Hausner to lead off for the Locos. Garrett Leftwich still on the mound. So he'll come in. As Leftwich sets and readies the pitch. High fly ball. And that one will go foul, but good chance there by Christian Azell to try and grab that one. 0-1 count. So no balls, one strike. As Leftwich gets ready. The windup, the kick in the deal. That'll be in for a strike. 0-2. So no balls, two strikes to Hausner. On deck is Kevin Greenwood. He's the extra hitter. And then Nick Leonard's due up in this inning. So 4, 5, 6. And that one will be foul off the edge of the bat. Count remains 0-2. As Leftwich sets and readies the pitch. High fly ball. And that's going to drop. It looks like Breckville was trying to grab it over Tubbs. And that's going to be a double in there for Hausner. So now the Locos got their first runner in scoring position on the night. And that's going to bring up Kevin Greenwood with no outs. And a runner on second base.
Extra hitter, number 12, Kevin Greenwood.
That's one of those plays out there in the outfield. You're just hoping that someone gets there and Breckville. At least good timing there on the dive, but the ball just got away a little bit. And then Hausner saw that, went right to second base. Puts himself in scoring position to trim this deficit in half. Carolina up 2-0. First pitch from Leftwich. That one's going to be a high fly ball. Going to go out to Azell. Hausner thought about tagging up and heading for third. However, that ball is out in shallow left, so not really enough time to tag up, and does not want to test Azell's arm, down by 2 runs. So 1 out. That will bring up Nick Leonard, the first baseman, so he comes into the box. And as I mentioned in the top of the first inning, there's a disparity, at least in distance, between left field and right field. There's a little more space out in right field, so if you want to tag up, right field's probably going to be where you're going to want to go if the ball is hit out there. Left field a lot shorter at this ballpark. First pitch into Leonard, strike 1. And you just saw it there on full display, so 0-1 count. The pitch from Leftwich. That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2 count. So no balls, 2 strikes. As Leftwich looks in, the pitch. Upstairs, that's going to be ball 1, 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yates coming in close to second base. They're going to make his way back. Figuring that there's going to be a pickoff attempt. That one's going to be down low. Ball 2. 2-2 count. Pitch from Leftwich. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be out number 2. And so Leonard will go down. Second out. That's going to bring up Chase Wade, the third baseman tonight. He's played second base in the other matchup between these two teams back on July 1st at Forbush High School, where the Disco Turkeys were the home team. So 2 outs. The pitch. Hard grounder. Right up the middle. Going to go right by Etcheseretta and Yates. And that's going to send around. Hausner will go home. And now this deficit cut in half. It's 2-1 with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second inning. Carolina Disco Turkey still up 2-1. And that's going to bring up Grayson Southern. As Leftwich looks, checks on Wade. The pitch. Hard grounder. Going to go right over to Gustafson at third. To first. And Dino Tharp. And that's going to be the last out of the bottom half of the second inning. So for the High-Point Thomasville Locos, they score 1 run, trim the deficit in half. You're watching Carolina Disco Turkey Baseball right here on YouTube. Top of the third inning. Miggy Etcheseretta to lead off in a 2-1 ball game between the Disco Turkeys and the Locos. So Camley did not go out to first base in the second inning. First pitch up high, ball 1. So Dino Tharp now at first. So we're going to see if he's going to bat around this time, or is he done for the night. 1-0 count. And that one's foul. 1-1. He's been dealing with a little bit of the injury bug as of late. So 1-1. And the pitch. And that's going to be down low, ball 2. 2-1 count. And that pitch up high, that's going to be ball 3. 3-1. And the pitch to Etcheseretta, in for a strike. 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Carolina down, actually up by 1 run. Locos down by 1, and the pitch from Elmore, and that will be strike 3. And that'll be out number 1. That'll bring up Dion Tubbs. Tubbs on the night. 0 for 1. Tubbs struck out in the first inning. He was the second strikeout of the night for Elmore, and Etchezarreta was the first, so Etchezarreta has gone down on strikes both at bats. As the Locos coach is signaling a shift out to right field. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike one, 0-1 count. Again, short ball game tonight, only 7 innings, so how you manage your pitching staff if you're Scott Kirby is going to be huge. Again, you have a day off tomorrow. And then you got games Thursday, Friday, Saturday, off Sunday, and then games all next week, Monday through Friday. So, arm management key as you head into the AAA-BA tournament. And that one's going to be popped up, and that one's going to go foul off the sidewalk, and that's going to make the count now 1-2. Again, you're heading into the AAA-BA tournament beginning of August, so especially with the roster cuts, you don't want to have tired arms. So 1-2 count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be out number 2. And Tubbs and Etchezarreta, both 1-2 hitters on the night for the Disco Turkeys in their second at-bat. And in their first at-bat, go down on the strikeout. Brings up Pierman Breckbuell. And that one will be a hard grounder. Foul into the Disco Turkey dugout, 0-1 count. So no balls, 1 strike. Pitch outside, that's going to be ball 1. 1-1 count. And Breckbuell, high fly ball. That one's going to be deep out to left field, but will be caught by Southern for the third out in the top half of the third inning. So for Carolina, no runs, no hits, no errors. The Disco Turkeys leave no one on the base paths. More Disco Turkey baseball up right after this here on YouTube. Josh Jordan leads off the bottom half of the third inning. Carolina up 2-1. Leftwich still out there. So far in the night, only 25 pitches. As Jordan signals bunt. And now we'll go back. That's going to be ball 1. 1-0 count. Pulled back in time. 1-0 count now. The pitch from Leftwich. That's in for a strike. 1-1. Leftwich, the kick in the deal. That one will be line. Etche's is going to let it drop over to Tharp at first. And they're going to say that's going to be out number 1. Great play there by Etche's getting it over to Tharp, and Tharp keeping that foot on the bag. So that's going to be the first out. And that's going to bring up the last hitter for the Locos, Christian Lancaster. Again, the Locos going with 10 hitters in their batting order tonight. And the pitch. That's in for a strike. 0-1 count. Pitch outside. That's going to be ball 1. 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one will be swing and a miss right there. It looked like check, but umpire's going to say he went around, so that's going to be 1-2. And the pitch, and that one will be a fly ball foul. So count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's going to hit Lancaster, so hit by pitch, and that will reset the order and bring up Avery Adams. Adams on the night already, first at bat. Struck out swinging. So he's 0 for 1 on the night.
Number 1, Avery Adams.
And that will put Carolina's infield in double play depth. First pitch from Leftwich. That's going to be down low, ball 1. 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch down low, ball 2. Arm beginning to warm up in the Carolina bullpen. And a swing and a miss right there, 2-1 count. Looks to be Harrison Lewis wearing his dad, pitching coach's A.J. Lewis's normal number, 32 tonight. Wore 38 back on Saturday night when he made his first appearance on the summer with the team. So 2-1 count. The pitch, that's going to be outside, ball 3. 3-1. And the pitch from Leftwich, that's going to bounce foul. Over into the Disco Turkey bullpen, 3-2 count. Again, bullpens here at Finch Field are along the lines. No separate area. So the count now at 3-2 full. Lancaster, a bit of a lead over on first base. The pitch from Leftwich. And that's going to be up high, ball 4. And now the Locos will have a runner on first and second. And now bring up Nick McAdon. So he steps into the batter's box. He's already on the night, or recording at bat, 0 for 1. He flew out to Dion Tubbs out in center field, his first at bat. And the pitch from Leftwich. It's going to escape Barham. No runner's going to move, though, so it's going to be ball 1. And runner still on first and second. As Barham will go out, talk to Leftwich on the mound. And discuss what they want to do here. Again, you got 1 out in the inning. 1-0 count. You got runners on first and second, so tying run is only 180 feet away. As Carolina uses their first mound visit of the night. As Leftwich readies the pitch. That's in for a strike, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's a hard grounder. Gonna go over to Gustafson, to Yates, to Tharp, and that is a Carolina Disco Turkey double play. And the 26th double play of the summer. That ends the bottom half of the 3rd inning. So for the Disco Turkey, for the Locos, they get no runs, no hits, no errors, and they leave 1 on the base paths. You're watching Disco Turkey Baseball right here on YouTube. Top half of the fourth inning. Dino Tharp to lead off. Batting for Cam Lee. Lee went out after the first inning. He's been a little bit banged up these past couple weeks. New pitcher in for the Locos, Dom DeMillo. So he'll be the first pitcher that Dino Tharp will see. So it's going to be 4, 5, 6, Tharp, Barnum, and Ezell. We'll see if Carolina does make any other changes. First pitch, hard grounder right over to Adams at short. And that ball sky high. And that's going to be a thrown error on Adams. And Tharp gets in time. But he will reach on an E6. So Jonathan Barham comes up. He's 1 for 1 on the night. So 1-1 count. Actually 2-1 Disco Turkeys. Barham due up the pitch. Outside. That's going to be ball 1. And if you're Carolina, you need some insurance here. Just get short ball game. Try to get as many runs as you can. So those last couple innings, will be smooth sailing. So 1-0 count. And that pitch outside, that's going to be down low ball 2. 2-0 count. So 2 balls, no strikes. As Tharp will make his way over to third base on a strike, and Tharp will get over on a defensive indifference. So Carolina now 90 feet away from making this a 2-run ball game. And the pitch. Foul ball. That will make the count now 2-2. Christian Ezell on deck. And the pitch. And that one will be ball 3. 3-2. And that's going to be outside, ball 4. And that'll bring in Christian Ezell.
The left fielder, number 10, Christian Ezell.
Ezell on the night, 1 for 1. With no outs here in the top half of the fourth inning. And the pitch from DeMillo. Down low, ball 1. 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes. That pitch. Seems like the umpire, yep, they're going to call that a strike. For a second, looked like the umpire hesitated. As we reach the top of the hour, Justin Zimmer here with you. And that pitch, ball 2. So 2-1 count. And the pitch. And that's going to be a strike, 2-2. As we're going to check on. Over on Barham, over on first base off the attempted pickoff, so 2-2 count. Max Gustafson up on deck. And the pitch from DeMillo. Outside, that's going to be ball 3, 3-2. So a walk here would load the bases for Max Gustafson. And Azell on the night 1 for 1. The pitch. Azell, line drive. That's going to go right into left field. Over to Southern, and Carolina will score. It's third run of the night as Thorpe comes home. It's now 3-1, Disco Turkeys.
The third baseman, number 18, Max Gustafson.
And as Gustafson comes up, runner on first and second. Interesting here, you don't see the Locos pulling their shift out to right field a little. So everyone's still kind of in normal alignment, so there's a nice large gap out in right center for Max. And the pitch, that's in for a strike, 0-1 count. Gustafson on the night, ground out to the pitcher over to his first at bat, so 0 for 1 on the night. And the pitch. Down low, that's a ball. 1-1 count. As the Locos will come out, have a mound visit here. They do got an arm up in the pen. We'll see if they want to go to it right away here. In the top of the fourth inning, DeMille's on throwing 15 pitches on the night. As now they're infield in as well, so this could be a positioning strategy move as well. And we believe this would just be a strategy call here. They're going to bring the infield in a little more in at second and short. First and third will be in their normal positions. And the pitch. Down low, that's going to be ball 2. 2-1 count. So 2 balls, 1 strike. And that will clip Gustafson a little bit on the knee. He was trying to move out of the way. And now it's bases loaded for Eddie McAllister. And last time the Disco Turkeys were here taking on the High-Point Thomasville High Toms. McAllister had a big hit in the top of the 7th, a 3-run home run. That really sealed the deal that night for Carolina to beat the CPL High Toms. McAllister, hard grounder, and over there bobbled by McAdon. And McAllister is going to get an RBI. Ground out there, and now it's 4-1 Carolina. As McAdon all the way into Leonard, little trouble fielding it. But still, Carolina extends their lead out to 3 runs.
Now batting the second baseman, number 1.
So another big hit for Aiden McAllister at this ballpark. And just taking you back to that CPL game against the High Toms, since that night, Carolina has won 4 of their last 6 ball games. So that kind of started this hot streak that the Disco Turkeys are on. Bentley Yates comes in, he's 0 for 1 on the night. First pitch, down low, ball 1, 1-0 count. That one for a strike, 1-1. So Finch Field really kind of got this hot streak going. If you look at it, after that game against the High Times, they lost the 2 against Boone. And then they've won their last 3. So 4 of the last 6 games have been W's. So it's that pitch outside. That makes the count now 2-1. And that will be a swing and a miss, strike 2. 2-2 count. And the pitch down low, ball 3. 3-2. As Yates, that will be a foul ball. Right back. So the count now at 3-2. And that will be strikeout. Yates thought it was ball 4. And that will be the second out here of the top of the 4th inning.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Miggy Echezarreta.
And that will bring up Miggy Echezarreta. First pitch. That's in for a strike. 0-1 count. So no balls, 1 strike. And that one will be strike right there. That's going to make it 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch upstairs. That's going to be ball 1. 1-2 count. And that one down low, ball 2. 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that will be a swing and a miss. And that will end the top half of the 4th inning. And Echezarreta not pleased. So for Carolina in that top of the 4th, 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error. The Disco Turkeys leave 2 on the base paths. More Disco Turkey baseball coming up next, right here on YouTube. Bottom of the fourth inning, Carolina up 4-1 in this ball game. New pitcher in for the Carolina Disco Turkeys, Harrison Lewis. So he comes into this ball game into his second appearance of the summer. We'll give you his line from his first appearance from Saturday night. First pitch in for a strike, 0-1 count. Wore 38 Saturday night, wearing the number 32, the number of his dad, A.J. Lewis, the pitching coach, here with the team, so 0-1 count. Pitch upstairs, ball 1. Lewis Saturday night went 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts, so in a 2.25 ERA. So he comes to a Carolina staff that is in need of arms late in the season, so 2-1 count. And the pitch, that is a foul ball, 2-2. Played a little bit a year ago. He's got a 1.50 whip on the season with walks, hits, and innings pitch. So 2-2 count. On the outside edge, that's going to be ball 3, 3-2. And he didn't pick up the win Saturday night, but he went 4 innings, and he was crucial in that ball game. The pitch from Lewis. And that's going to be a foul ball. 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Outside, and that's going to be ball 4. And a walk, and that will bring up Anthony Hausner. Hausner on the night, 1 for 1. Got a double, came around and scored on the single by Wade, his first time up. And he has scored so far the Locos' lone run of the night. As he steps into the box. After a little ball got loose from the bullpen, made its way over to first. And the pitch. And that's going to be down low, ball 1. 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes. As Lewis readies the pitch. Ball 2. Up and over to Echezarreta. And that's going to be caught stealing there. So Amaro out. And now that gives you the first out of the bottom of the 4th inning. So Hausner still ahead in the count, 2-0. As the Disco Turkeys are up by 3 runs, 4-1. And the pitch. High fly ball, that will be foul. And that now moves the count to 2 balls and a strike. So the pitch from Lewis. High fly ball, that will be out to left center. Ezell will grab that one, and that's going to be the second out of the bottom half of the 4th inning. We'll bring up Kevin Greenwood. Greenwood on the night already. 1 at bat, he flew out to Ezell. His first time up. He was the first out of the bottom of the 2nd inning. And the pitch. Down low, ball 1. 1-0 count. That one will be a swing and a miss. 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. To Greenwood. And that one in 1-2. As Lewis readies the pitch. Fly ball out to Breckbuell and right, and that will conclude the bottom half of the fourth inning. So for the High-Point Thomasville Locos, they go down with no runs, no hits, no errors, and they leave no one on the base paths. More Disco Turkey Baseball coming up next, right here on YouTube. Top of the fifth inning, couple defensive changes to let you know about first as Tubbs steps into the box. Anthony Hausner on the mound, that the DH. First pitch will be down low, ball one.
Now pitching for the Locos, number 20, Anthony Hausner.
So 1-0 count. Second pitch there, a swing and a miss. 1-1.
Now in left field for the Locos, number 23, Chris Bleeker.
So Chris Bleeker will make his way out to left.
And in right field,
And I'll make the count out 1-2.
Justin Steens.
And Justin Steens will make his way out into right field. First pitch there by Tubbs on the 1-2 count will be a swing and a miss. And that will make it out number one. Brings up Pierman Breckbuell. Breckfield on the night 0 for 2. Steps into the box.
Now batting the right fielder, number 22, Freeman Breckfield.
First pitch, outside. That's going to be ball 1. 1-0 count. Have the deep fly ball. Last at bat out to left field. Again, we mentioned had 2 home runs here in the first matchup here at Finch Stadium with the Greensboro Monarchs. That one's fouled back into the net. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch, that's going to be ball 2. 2-1 count. Again, that was a game that ended tied at 10. They didn't go into extra innings. So no one won or lost. Pitch there by Breckfield. That's going to be over to Adams at short. Cross the diamond to Leonard. And that's going to be out number 1. Actually, second out of the inning there. Try to correct the changes and then lost Gavin out. But on the night, that's where Carolina got 3 home runs. Breckfield had 2, and then Cameron Lee had 1 long bomb that night. So that was a night where 3 home runs for the Disco Turkeys. Then you go over to the Greensboro Monarchs. Alex Alderson had 2 home runs that night. And he had 2, so that was like 5 home run night. 3 from Carolina, 2 from the Monarchs. And the pitch from Tharp. That's strike 1, 0-1 count. So no balls, 1 strike. The pitch from Hausner. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. 0-2 count. So Carolina at risk of going down 1-2-3 this inning. But the Disco Turkeys still up 4-1. The pitch from Hausner. Tharp gets a piece of contact on that one. That's going to bounce fair. Out to Steens out and right in shallow, and that will be a base hit for the Disco Turkeys. And they got 1 runner on with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Jonathan Barham.
Now batting the catcher, number 20, Jonathan Barham.
So Barham comes in on the night 1 for 1. He had the RBI single, which scored Dino Tharp in the second inning. Actually scored Lee. Tharp came in afterwards. And then Barham would come around and score. And Barham takes a high fly ball. That's going to be out to center field. Jordan will get under it, and that will be the 3rd out of the top of the 5th inning. So for the Carolina Disco Turkeys, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. And the Turkeys leave 1 on the base paths. More Disco Turkey Baseball coming up next, right here on YouTube. Bottom half of the fifth inning. New pitcher in for the Carolina Disco Turkeys. It's number 30, Simon Llewellyn. So he comes into this ball game. Let's give you his line. Heading into this start.
The first baseman, number 27, Nick Leonard.
So he comes in here, bottom half of the fifth inning. So again, he's probably going to go inning 10 and already warming up in the bullpen. Llewellyn, 8 games, 1 start, 11.2 thirds innings pitch, a 1 win, 2 loss record, 19 hits, 24 runs, 24 earned, 23 walks, 17 strikeouts. First pitch from Llewellyn is ball 1, 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes. And Llewellyn with an 18.51 ERA. Second pitch outside, that's going to be ball 2. Nope, and they're going to say that hit Leonard. And Leonard will make his way over to first base. So that'll bring up Chase Wade.
Chase Wade.
So he comes in. This is a Carolina Disco Turkey double play situation. Just saw Cam Lee, who went out in the second inning in shorts with his uniform top, so he's out for the night. That pitch outside. And Leonard will make his way over to second base on the wild pitch. So 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes. Runner already on second with Leonard via the wild pitch. That one outside, that's going to be ball 2, and Leonard will make his way over to third base on a wild pitch. So now the count at 2 balls, no strikes. And they're going to have a mound visit with Llewellyn. Tanneman warming up in the bullpen. So we're going to see how long the leash is tonight on Llewellyn. That is now the question of the moment. I mean, he's had a couple of rough outings this summer, but once he gets the first batter really underneath him, he kind of gets going. But again, he got a three-run lead to work with, so at this point, let Llewellyn work. So 2-0 count. The pitch. And that's going to be outside ball 3. And Leonard that time not going to advance. So 3-0 count. Llewellyn's last appearance was on July 15th against the Bigfoots, and that one will be ball 4. That one will pass Barham. And Leonard advances on the wild pitch, and now it's 4-2, Locos. As pitching coach A.J. Lewis will come out. As Chris Bleeker will make his way into the batter's box. And Ben Tanneman looks to be making his way in. We're going to see if this will be a pitching change. Right here is now they're going to Gobi Van Bogart's warming up and stretching. And Tanneman has left the mound warm-up area. And nope, Tanneman will go back to the warm-up mound as they're not going to make the change here. But Tammon was ready to come in. That will bring
Once again,
Chris Bleeker.
the left fielder, number 23, Chris Bleeker.
And Llewellyn comes in with a runner on first base. He sets up a disco turkey double play situation. First pitch outside. Ball 1, 1-0 count. And that one will be in for a strike, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Bleeker. And that's going to be ball 2, and that's going to send Wade on the wild pitch up to second base. 2-1 count. And the pitch. Outside, ball 3. 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. And that's going to be ball 4 back to the wall. And Wade will make his way over to third base off the wild pitch. And time will be called as Scott Kirby will make his way out. Out to mound, he's going to take the ball, and that will bring in Ben Tanneman. So Llewellyn's night will be done. Ben Tanneman comes in next, right here on YouTube. So Josh Jordan will be the first batter that Ben Tanneman's going to face. Give you the line of Ben Tanneman. As he signals bunt, pulls back. And that's going to be ball 1, 1-0 count. His line heading into the summer for Tanneman so far. 1 start, 23.1 innings pitched. No wins, 1 loss, as that one goes foul, 1-1. No saves. 29 hits, 13 runs, 12 earned, 4 walks, 18 strikeouts, and a 4.629 ERA. So 1-1. The pitch to Tanneman outside. That's going to be ball 2. 2-1 count. Llewellyn still responsible for the runners on third and first. And that's going to be high fly ball. Out to Breckbuell. Wade's going to go home. Thought about it. And we'll go back to third base. So that's going to be the first out in the bottom half of the fifth inning.
How about in the right fielder, number 3, Justin Steve.
So now the question will be for the Disco Turkeys, managing the pitching staff now for the rest of the night. How long are you going to let Ben Tanneman go? Or do you let him close out this ball game? As we have another Carolina Disco Turkeys double play situation being set up. First pitch down low for a ball 1. 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes. That pitch up high, ball 2. As Beaker advances on a defensive indifference. 2-0 count. And that'll be strike looking. 2-1 count. As right now, the Disco Turkeys are up 4-2 against the High-Point Thomasville Locos. And the pitch down low, ball 3, 3-1 count. And the pitch. And down low, that's going to be ball 4. And that's going to load the bases. Brings up Avery Adams, the leadoff hitter.
Now batting for the Locos, the shortstop, number 1, Avery Adams.
Still have a double play situation in the infield, as well as the force at any base. As Barham's going to signal his corner infielders to come in and Tharping Max Gustafson. And the pitch from Tanneman. That one's a foul ball, 0-1 count. So no balls, 1 strike. And that one will go foul as well. Count now at no balls, 2 strikes. So 2, the pitch. Hard grounder. Right over to Echezarreta. Going to go to first. And that's going to be the second out. However, a run will score for the Locos, and this game will be a 1-run ball game. As Wade comes home, it's 4-3. Disco Turkeys. That brings up Nick Macadon. Still got runners in scoring position on second and third. First pitch outside. Ball 1, 1-0 count. The pitch. That's in for a strike, 1-1. So 1 ball. One strike. And the pitch, ball 2, 2-1 count. So 2 balls, 1 strike. As Tamman readies. The pitch. Outside, that's going to be ball 3. 3-1 count. And the pitch. Down low, ball 4, and that will once again load the bases. And we'll bring up Amaro.
Stepping to the plate, the catcher, number 17, Christian Amaro.
So Christian Amaro comes up. And first pitch will be a swing and a miss, strike 1. 0-1 count with the bases loaded. Second pitch, ball 1. 1-1 count. So ball and a strike to Amaro with the bases loaded. 2 outs. And the pitch. Down low, ball 2. 2-1. So a 2-1 count. And that one will be grounded foul. 2-2. And the pitch. High fly ball. Foul. So count remains at 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Amaro steps back into the batter's box. This would be a big out for the Disco Turkeys. High fly ball. That's going to drop in front of Tubbs. That's going to send Bleeker. And then Steens comes around and scores. And now it's 5-4 Locos. And now you got third base wide open with Anthony Hausner coming up. And so the Locos have come all the way back. 5-4. First pitch will be a swing and a miss, strike 1. 0-1 count. And the pitch. That's going to be strike 2, 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be out number 3. So for the Locos, 4 runs on 1 hit, no errors. And the Locos leave 2 on the base paths. More Disco Turkey Baseball coming up next, heading to the top of the 6th. Christian Azell leads off the top half of the 6th inning. As now the Locos took the lead last inning, and Azell, high fly ball. That ball is going, gone. Goodbye. Christian Azell takes a deep one out to left field over the scoreboard, and this ball game's tied at 5-5. And a nice disco jacket is waiting Christian Azell. After hitting a game-tying home run to tie this ball game up at 5-5. First pitch to Max Gustafson is in for strike one. First pitch, 0-1. So now it's no balls, 1 strike. And actually, 1-1 count. Now the pitch down low. Ball 2. Pitch outside. So 2-2 count. So now the Disco Turkeys, every night they've been here at Finch Field, they have hit the long bomb. And that's going to be a hard grounder. Going to go right over to Adams at short to first. And they're going to say he's out. And that's going to be out number 1. So that's going to bring up Aiden McAllister to the plate. As we mentioned, McAllister last time here, he took one deep for a 3-run homer. That was back in that game against the High Toms. First pitch, that's in for a strike. 0-1 count. And that's going to be a high fly ball there by McAllister. Out to left, and that's going to bounce foul. Few yards short of the foul pole. And that could have been the second home run this inning. 0-2 count. As Hausner readies the 0-2 count, McAllister's going to call time, and he will readjust. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and that will be the second out. That will bring up Bentley Yates. So Yates comes in 0 for 2 on the night. Look at his first 2 at-bats. First one struck out and second one struck out looking. And that pitch outside, that's going to be ball 1. 1-0 count. And that one will be ball 2, 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. And that one will be inside 2-1 count. Give you a look at the home run leaderboard. Cameron Lee leads the team with 8. Caden Smith 3, Breck Buell 2. Noto had 2 last night, so he got on the board. That's going to be 3-1 count. McAllister with 2 home runs as well. Harris with 1, and Azell now with one as well. So 3-1. And that's going to be ball 4. And Yates will make his way over to first base. And we'll bring up Miggy Etchezarreta. As time is called. And we'll have a mound visit for the Locos. We'll see what they're going to do here. They have an arm warming up in the bullpen. We'll see if they're going to make the switch here. Again, tie ball game, only 7 innings tonight. And no, it's probably just a little pep talk as Hausner gets ready to go back to work.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Miggy Etchezarreta.
So Etchezarreta gets ready. And the pitch. That's in for a strike. 0-1 count. So no balls, 1 strike. You have Yates over on first. Aggressive lead with 2 outs. And the pitch. That's going to be down low, ball 1. 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. And that one will be fouled back, 1-2. As we reach the top of the hour, Justin Zimmer here with you from Finch Field in Thomasville, North Carolina. Top of the 6th inning. Carolina and High-Point Thomasville Locos tied at 5. That's just right of the batter, and that will be a swing and a miss for out number 3. So in the top of the 6th, Carolina gets a big hit from Christian Azell to tie the ball game up at 5. Heading to the bottom of the 6th we go, right here on YouTube. As we get ready for you, the bottom of the 6th inning.
For the Locos, the extra hitter, number 12,
And that will bring up
Kevin
Kevin Greenwood, he'll lead off the bottom half of the sixth inning. Tied ball game at 5 after the Christian Azell home run. No defensive changes, so lurch about for the Disco Turkeys. As first pitch in there for strike one, 0-1 count. Pitch outside, that's going to be ball one. 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that will be strike 2, 1-2 count. And that pitch outside, ball 2. 2-2 count. And that one will be grounded foul. And so the count remains at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ben Tanneman came in that 5th inning. Got out of really a tough situation that was set by the just rough night for Simon Llewellyn. Pitch down low, ball 3. 3-2. So 3-2 count. And the pitch. And that one will go foul. And the count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three, 2, and the pitch. Outside, and that's going to be ball 4. And that will be a walk, and that will bring up Nick Leonard.
Now batting the first baseman, number 27, Nick Leonard.
So Leonard comes up. First pitch, down low, ball 1, 1-0 count. To Leonard, as this is a Carolina Disco Turkeys double play situation. Already have turned 1 tonight for the 26th double play of the summer. And that's going to be a high fly ball. Breckby will get that out and right. As Greenwood will go back to the bag, and that will be the first out of the bottom of the 6th inning.
Stepping to the plate for the Locos.
We'll bring up Chase Wade.
Baseman number 5, Chase Wade.
So Chase Wade comes in. Wade on the night, 1 for 1. And that's going to be a hard grounder. Echezarreta, Yates, Tharp, double play, number 27. And that gets Carolina out of the bottom of the 6th. As the Disco Turkeys are only down, actually still in a tie ball game, 5-5. But they're down to their final at-bats of the night. Some more Disco Turkey baseball coming up next, right here on YouTube. Welcome back to Carolina Disco Turkeys baseball. Top of the 7th inning, the final inning of tonight's contest between the Disco Turkeys and the Locos. Dion Tubbs to lead off. Tie ball game at 5-5. New pitcher on the mound for the Locos. Number 9, Cole Porter. So as Porter comes in, first pitch to Tubbs. Outside, ball 1, 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Down low, ball 2, 2-0 count. So if you're Carolina here, this is a chance. Get yourself a run, maybe 1 or 2. Head into the bottom of the 7th. Let Tamman close the deal out for you. That pitch, 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. On a hard ground, that's going to go foul by the first base bag. So now the count's at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes as Porter will stride right back to the mound. And the pitch. And that one's fouled back. Counts at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Porter will set from the line, the kick in the deal. Down low, ball 3, 3-2. As Porter gets ready, 3-2 count. And the pitch. Tubbs, high fly ball. That will go out to center. And that's going to go right by the wall. Tubbs going to head for third. And Tubbs is going to be out. Stretching his double into a triple. And that ball was all the way back up on that hill. And Josh Jordan gets it in time to Avery Adams, who got it over to Chase Wade for the first out, but got to give Scott Kirby credit there, trying to be aggressive and trying to get the win. And yeah, sometimes when you're in a tight game like that, you're going to have to be aggressive, and they did it right there. So that's going to bring up Pureman Breckbuell. Checked on Wade, make sure he was okay. Again, you have no challenges in collegiate summer baseball, so they can't go and review that. But Breckbuell will come up. Still tie ball game at 5.
The right fielder, number 22, Pureman Breckbuell.
So Breckbuell comes up. So far as 2 home runs came in this ballpark. We'll see what he's got next here, as he's 0 for 2 already, 0 for 3 on the night so far. A fly out to short, a fly out to left, and a ground out to short last time up in the 5th inning. The pitch from Porter. That's going to be in for strike 1, 0-1 count. And the pitch. Breckbuell, that one's foul. And the count's at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. On deck for the Disco Turkeys is Dino Tharp. So no balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Down low ball, 1-2 count. And that will be a swing and a miss. And that's going to be the second out of the top of the 7th. Now it's going to bring up Dino Tharp.
Now batting the first baseman, number 13, Dino Tharp.
As Tharp, high fly ball. That's going to go caught there by Jordan up that hill, and that ball could have been gone. And that's going to end the top half of the 7th inning. So for the Disco Turkeys, no runs on 1 hit, no errors. And Carolina leaves no one on the bases. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Can Carolina prevent a walk-off from the Locos? More Disco Turkey baseball coming up next, right here on YouTube. Bottom half of the 7th inning. As right now we're in a tie ball game, 5-5. Leading off, Chris Bleeker. Again, this is a 7-inning ball game tonight. So these are the last at-bats for the Locos. First pitch from Tanneman. Down low ball, 1-1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch, that's going to be in for strike one. 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And a hard grounder right over to Echezarreta to first and third. As that will be out number 1. Looks like third came off the bag a little bit, but the ball was in the glove, and that's what you need. And that will give you out number 1. And that will bring up Josh Jordan with the first out in the bottom half of the 7th inning. And the pitch. Outside, ball 1, 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. And that's in for a strike, 1-1. As Jordan readies. The pitch from Tanneman. Ground ball right over to Max Gufson at third to Thorpe, and that's going to be the second out here in the bottom of the 7th. So Tanneman making quick work this inning. And they'll put it up at 2 outs.
Heading for the batter's box, the right fielder, number 3, Justin Steen.
And that will bring up Justin Steens. First pitch, a swing and a miss. Strike 1. 0-1 count. And that pitch will be swing and a miss, strike 2, 0-2. And now the Disco Turkeys are 1 strike away from ending this game in a tie. And it'll be the second tie of the summer. As Steens calls time. First tie came back all the way in June. Back on June 10th. Actually, let's get the date. I believe it was June 13th. Close enough. Off by 3 days against the Greensboro Monarchs. 10-10 ball game. Swing and a miss right there. And that will end the bottom half of the 7th inning. And Carolina will have their second tie of the summer. So we'll get you into our post-game programming since there's no win, no loss officially recorded on the night tonight, but the Disco Turkeys will pick up tie number 2. So what we'll do now is we'll just give you a rundown of how this game went tonight. Kind of hard to wrap up a game after a tie with no definitive conclusion, but in the bottom half of the 2nd, he gets a ground ball single out to center. At that point, the game was 2-1. Deficit trimmed in half. The next score in the ball game would come a little later on in the top of the 4th inning. Azazel would get a line drive single out to Southern and left. That scored Dino Tharp. That put the game at 3-1. And then you got into ground out by Aiden McAllister. At that point, 4-1 ball game with 1 out in the top of the 4th. You go now to the bottom of the 5th inning, and this is where a rough night for Simon Llewellyn came in as Bleeker would walk, and that would score Nick Leonard off the wild pitch. It was 4-2. A couple batters later, Avery Adams grounds out, edges out to Thorpe. Wade scores. That put the game at 4-3. At that point, they'd already made the change to Ben Tanneman. And then you go into Christian Morrow. He would get a line drive single out to center and Tubbs. That scored Bleeker. At that point, 5-4 ball game against the Locos. And then in the top of the 6th inning, Christian Azell on a long fly ball out to left. That tied the game up at 5-5. And that concluded the scoring for the night. Give you a run of the box score. Garrett Leftwich started this game. He went 3 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Harrison Lewis goes an inning. No hits, no runs, no earned, 1 walk, no strikeouts. Simon Llewellyn goes really no outs recorded. No hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, no strikeouts. And Ben Teneman, 3 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. For the Locos, Luke Elmore goes 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, no walks, 6 strikeouts. DeMilla goes 1 inning, 1 hit, 2 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Hausner goes 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. And Cole Porter rounds out the game in the 7th inning, going an inning, 1 hit, no earned, no runs, no earned, no walk, and a strikeout. So the Carolina Disco Turkeys record now goes to 14-17-2. The Disco Turkeys are back in action Thursday night against the Mooresville Spinners from Mooresville, North Carolina. We'll have that game for you on YouTube. First pitch at 7 p.m. So for all of us at Telemark Entertainment and the Carolina Disco Turkeys, I'm Justin Zimmer saying have a good night, and we'll see you Thursday night from Mooresville. Once again, your final score, tie ball game at 5-5. Thank you for watching Disco Turkey Baseball here on YouTube, and have a good night.